Scott Wharton. I'm the CEO of Vidtel. This is Mariette. Mariette's our marketing VP. And Vidtel is a cloud-based video conferencing provider. So all we do is do a service. And our focus is on providing any-to-any capability. So unlike some providers who try to take everything and try to add features with their own proprietary sauce, we're really kind of flipping that around and trying to say, all right, we need to make everything work with everything else. We've been around for about 4 years. We're based here in Silicon Valley. And part of the problem that we're trying to address is this whole idea of video islands. So in the early days of enterprise conferencing, it was easy. You had H323 and a few users. And then you added SIP. And many of you here know the joke that SIP is an interpreter protocol. Everybody interprets it differently. And then you have Skype and Google Talk, and now very important ability to do WebRTC, which we're very excited about. But one of the things that we think could be limiting for WebRTC is we don't want to make it its own island. It may be a big island, but we want to make sure that WebRTC can work with everything else in the world. Because video, after all, is a communication service. You want to be able to call anybody, regardless if they're not smart enough to have WebRTC, if they have some other standard. So part of what Vidtel does is we work with all the major enterprise standards, so we can support all the major devices for H323. And believe it or not, a lot of that's still out there in the enterprise space. SIP, the leading unified communication standard, Skype video, Google Talk, and now what I'll be able to demo to you is WebRTC. And the way we've implemented it is in native WebRTC, so no client or plugin, just straight up in Chrome. And also developing other standards, whether it's Microsoft Link or video or others, so that regardless of what you have, you can be able to participate in a video call. So we actually made an announcement today, or Mariette led the announcement with our first, what we think is the first native gateway that is able to communicate with any other H.264 device, SIP-based H.323. So basically what this gateway, thank you. Basically what this gateway does is it allows you to take a WebRTC endpoint, and it allows you to call in from that web endpoint into either someone else's bridge. So there are a lot of existing video conferencing bridges out there in the enterprise space. Or it allows you to call into a Vidtel bridge, or even call point-to-point to another non-WebRTC endpoint without having any bridge at all, just point-to-point. So with any luck and the fortune of the gods, I'm going to do 3 demos for you. So one of them is a point-to-point demo, calling from native Chrome into a Cisco device. Second one, I'm going to call into a Cisco bridge. And then the third thing is I'm going to call into the Vidtel Meet Me bridge, where you can see people with lots of different devices and endpoints. And hopefully all the Vidtel people are still there working late, and they'll be around for us to see them. So with that, I'm going to go into Chrome. So we've got a web page set up. It's a secure page, webrtc.vidtel.com, no plugin or anything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in an address, 2005, which actually goes to my house. And if we're lucky, my 11-year-old will figure out how to answer the call and be friendly. So first thing, it has a splash screen just before it hits it. And there we have Dane. Hey, Dane.
Hi.
Hey, Dane, how are you? Where are you? Say hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Of course, we're on Verizon 4G, so take the connection that we can get. But thanks, Dane. Thanks for the demo. Bye. Kid's got to work for his food. So the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dial in a short address. It's a SIP address. So I'm going to dial into 1001. So this is an address that points into a Cisco Codian bridge. So again, we'll have a splash screen. So if you can understand or hear that, that's what a Cisco Codian splash screen looks like. So that's a SIP-based, H.323-based Cisco bridge. And we can see ourselves. So for the last piece, we're going to dial into a Vidtel bridge. And basically, we're going to show people dialing in from SIP, H.323, Google Talk, Skype, and WebRTC all on the same call. So I hit dial. And hopefully, I'll see the splash screen again. And then pretty shortly, we should have everybody there. And there they are. So there we go, the Vidtel team, WebRTC, H.323, SIP, Skype, Google Talk, Wave guys, all on a video call, multi-party, bringing the world together, WebRTC and everyone else. Love and technology. Thanks very much, guys.